Let's go.
On the north side of the map, in the red, we have Mastro playing his Greenfinger. And on the bottom side, we have Saikoya playing his Valder. Interesting choice.
Yep, and this is interesting because it's there's some pride behind this match, I feel, because um Mastro and I we disagree on many things. And like two things we disagreed on during this tournament was first Valder on open season. Mastro doesn't really believe in the Valder, and I do.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, you got
The
Groove
other
turn 3,
one,
so things are looking good for you so far.
the other thing we disagree on is Mastro. Mastro says there's FTA on this map, and I mean there is some amount of it, but I think it's not that bad. But he thinks it's pretty bad, so we also disagree on that.
Okay. I think you're gonna chain villages really hard on Valder's side. Although, wow, that
And yeah,
knight aggression is looking really scary.
yeah, like there's two really important parts about open season in the opening. First is how you deal with the sword harassing the corner village against your commander. The second one is how hard can you go in with knights?
Oh, it looks like you've done a decent job dealing with that sword. Yeah, it can't really do anything now, other than be like a little bit annoying. And that block with your sword, I mean, I don't think it blocked like a hit on your strongholds. Was it just there to kind of like bait a knight to come in?
Hmm, I think I just placed it there because I wanted it to move forward.
No, fair enough.
Like, you need to have some presence around the HQ, especially against Greenfinger, but like it's not that bad. And now I have the dragon out, so should be fine for defense.
Okay, well,
As long as
nice.
nothing too crazy happens, that is.
Yeah, well, Mastro's taking a nice advantage of, like, you know, the knight mobility, knocking down that village there. They're actually advantaged right now in income, which is a bit interesting because normally Valder's the one that pulls ahead, but Greenfinger Groove comes up, nice wall there. He's being in a aggressively positioned, but I see you also are using your knight here to get some nice aggression in. Flipping that village back, and yeah, it's back to split map situation. And you're
Yep.
just ignoring the this weakened sword in the corner there.
Yeah, it's I'll have to deal with it later.
Interesting play there. Like the two swords hitting the knight. I mean, that's good, always good gold efficiency, but you know, like you could potentially lose swords for not a huge amount of gain. But you know, I guess they're covered by like 3 knights, so your
Yeah,
fault there.
usually
Oh, sorry, lagged a little bit there. I believe you were saying usually. Oh, I think I've lost Saikoya. Alright, we're gonna keep going until he comes back. So some hits on these vines here right now. Valder moving up in position. Doesn't get groove for hitting anything. Doesn't get groove for hitting vines anymore, so it's gonna be a while until the next skeleton comes out. And ooh, good shot with that rifle, weakening the mage. There isn't too much anti-air here anymore. I guess the witch is doing a good job, like kind of zoning this dragon, but the mage being that weak is a pretty big deal. And that sword actually moving into position again. And right now, Mastro's actually doing a good job pushing forwards, like really good force of knights, like this economy difference is looking pretty good for him right now. Saikoya's going to fight back, they're going to deal with these vines. The vines are all gone now, Greenfinger is not close to getting grooved, like halfway, but that's still a ways. Ooh! Doesn't get the roll with the dragon, 1% left on that village. Picks off a knight though, good kill. And this witch, actually there's no anti-air on this side, so this witch is going to zone this dragon very well. And we even have the rifle here. Ooh, good crit shot. 1% left on that mage. So unfortunately, not getting the kill there either. A little bit of bad luck here coming out for Saikoya. Interestingly, just puts the dragon in range of this witch. I don't know if there's going to be any kind of anti-air nearby soon, so... But that said, Mastro is just pushing really heavily on this left side. And making sure to keep these villages captured on the right. So, nice economic advantage here coming in for Mastro. I don't know what's going to happen next. But the dragon's definitely going to go down. So that is a bit of a gold loss there. Okay, walks Valder forward onto the road. It's pretty spooky, but he's doing okay. And wow, there's just a lot of damage coming here. Dogs, they're going to come and do a lot of damage. That knight's okay, I could deal with the dogs, but there's a full health, well, not quite full health dragon. One mage heal and it'll be fine, but I believe this rifle's covering like a decent amount. Actually, yeah, it's covering the mage right now. And being in this forest, the enemy rifle cannot shoot it either, so it's also covering up here. And Mastro might have overextended slightly. Taking a big beating on these units. And now has to use a lot of this village health on the swords, which is not what you want to do. You do not want to be using village health to repair swords. Saikoya, it's going to be a long uphill battle, but you know, 32 minutes left on the clock. They should be fine. Picks off the spear. Nicely done. Sword crit's going to come in on this mage. This is a scary position for Valder. Golem can run up and hit.
Oh.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, I dropped for a bit.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah,
I was going into full play-by-play mode, so...
Okay, yeah.
But yeah.
I think I'm slowly recovering here from the big turn he got earlier.
Yeah, there was that fight in the bottom left really went bad for Mastro. It seemed like he got a lot of...
Yeah, but it's really good for him when the dragon got the free kill on the knight.
Ooh, nice wraparound with that mage there. Gets the kill on the dragon.
It did cost 2 mage heals though.
Yeah. That's true. But I guess killing the dragon is... really...
It's pretty good because his golem is on the road. And funny thing, my rifle was actually exposed to the golem, but it chose to hit something else.
Huh, interesting. I guess maybe it's not always worth going for the rifle.
Well, yeah, no, it's not.
That said,
but yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think, yeah, it would have been a really good choice there. But, hard to say. You're just moving the rifle back to safety there. Alright, dog archer comes out. Interesting. I guess, yeah, it's good for this kind of situation where you're on the defense. And it's very difficult for any of this to get broken in a single turn, so...
Yeah, this is like This is the area to hold the choke point in on this map. And you see, I'm actually I'm actually using spears against the rifle fire, because spears can't one-shot rifles without crit. So that means it's actually a decent unit to tank a rifle if
Oh,
you
you
have
mean
to
rifles
tank.
can't one-shot spears without crits?
Yeah.
Okay. You said the other way around, but...
Oh.
no worries. It's fine. I just wanted to clarify. Alright, Archer comes in. Ooh, the vine doesn't die. Oh, but that sword does. Okay. You're gonna get that spear out, and actually that means the witch can come out now too.
Yep.
Retreats that to safety. Valder comes up, throws... Are you gonna throw a sword crit into this golem? No, you're just gonna leave it there. Okay.
No, it's just there to block for the HQ, really.
Okay. And wow,
Just
actually
throwing bodies
I
at
just looked
this
at the
single
clock.
time.
Mastro has 6 minutes left to try and...
Yep. That's also a reason why
I'm really surprised no hits came down on the stronghold there. Like that could have been a clean knight crit onto the stronghold from behind.
yeah, but the archer is like, it's a good thing to pick it off because if the archer is just standing behind the HQ and like critting every turn, it I mean it can become a problem for like your next turns because even if you do damage the HQ, you have to be sure you can actually kill it. Because if you damage it and then I wipe the army or like block well enough that you can't access anymore, then you lose the game, right?
Yeah.
Because pretty high on timer. Here, like all my low HP spears that I saved earlier are are gonna put in some work.
Yeah, like really good crits coming out here. I like the use of Valder there. And now that knight is very low health. The low health golem's a bit spooky, but I think that's what, 42%? Oh, that's like the worst percent to ever golem at.
Yeah, it's 42.
Like yeah, the thing like the two worst percent. Maybe like 1%'s worse, but like 41, 42 are like really bad percentages to have a golem at.
And now I've kind of like we kind of traded off against most of his knights. So now he doesn't have much that can actually kill the HQ aside. Like I only have to worry about the golem, which I trade for with the dragon.
Yeah.
And like basically Greenfinger now.
Man, even using the hit
Yeah.
to get Groove again. Nice mage heal coming in. Oh, I love the use of dogs against knights here. They're doing like a ton of work.
Yeah, they counter knights.
Exactly. Just
They
like the
also
meme
don't
said.
like the Viking.
You only you do have 4 dogs actually, so yeah, I guess it is true. 4 dogs do kill a knight. But yeah, Mastro's just been completely deflected. You have a massive timer advantage.
Yep, and it's kind of one of the things I anticipated going into this set. Is like I know that Mastro can struggle with the timer, so if I can like get the game to be very long, I can take advantage of that.
And I mean, yeah, it's a perfectly valid way to play. Like if you know your opponent takes a bit longer, the format is a fixed 60-minute chess timer, so yeah, gotta play to your strengths. I guess play to your opponent's weaknesses as well.
Yeah, it's mainly that. He also spent quite a bit of time with like his grooves and during the fights. But because I'm defending, it's easier for me to like spend less time. Also, I saved the low HP spears and they're now healed and they can come back.
Yeah, oh yeah, that is huge, especially because yeah, you get the balloon up and then suddenly you've got a very mobile force that can be used offensively and defensively. And ooh, this is interesting though. Nice night crit coming in. I like the follow up with the Witch Hex, and yeah, Mastro, actually, yeah, they're just like, I got one left, I got one play left in me, so how are they gonna deal with
Yep.
this? Oh, good night right here though. I like the just, it's taking a little bit of extra time to take that village on the side. Making sure that even though this game is going to be over in a minute or two, like you might as well set up to play like a good longer game. Just in case.
Well, I mean, he's been like spamming witch hexes and stuff, so if I take out some of his eco, he can't do that as much,
Yeah,
is the idea.
very true. I don't know about this wild growth.
Well, he has less than a minute on the timer, so yeah,
Yeah.
can't really expect the best Greenfinger grooves.
Actually, I guess even using
I'm just
a green
like
finger groove when you're low
moving
on
his
time
hex.
is like a huge time sink as well. I like this actually position on the balloon because the green finger's forced to move out the way if the witch wants to take care of it.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, knights are still coming through though. A second night crit's gonna come down. 6% left. Ooh, that is spooky.
Yeah, but I did like calc this, and I was like, I'm gonna allow it, and that way I can wipe out the knights and make sure like nothing's left on his side, and then I just have to not get hit, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that 4% golem counterattack is actually not too bad because it's like 10% effective health damage. And I like your counter offensive here with your own knight. Just slowly gonna win the game with it.
Yeah. It's also a classic move to make when your opponent is running low on the clock, is like force them to make moves because you're attacking the HQ. But you know,
Yeah, well,
Mastro runs out of
yeah. Ran out of
time,
time.
and yeah,
And yeah, you take game one. Nicely played. Yeah,
and if
just
you actually look at the score, I have a lower like the kill death count, the score, I guess.
let me just
Even if
refresh
he's
these.
Greenfinger, the KD ratio, yeah. And he's
Okay.
Greenfinger. Usually you kill some vines and that pads up your score. But I'm also Valder, so he can get a lot of kills too.
Yeah. I mean, that was actually towards the end of the game, Mastro just wasn't building units too, so. Whereas like you were continuing to build to sack them for defense, but yeah, just
Yeah,
taking
it's
a
really
quick.
good to have a sword factory when you're constantly throwing them away to defend, you know?
Yeah, I mean, actually talking about your groove, like 1, 2, 3, 6 times. There's a lot of groove in this game. Actually, yeah, 3 Greenfinger grooves too. And yeah, looking at income, like pretty much the entire game, Mastro had a fairly sizable eco advantage. But I think that push on the bottom left really cost Mastro. Like just like a bit of an overextension, lost, I believe, the dragon. And yeah,
Yep.
you don't wanna
And
ever
a
throw
few
away a
minutes.
dragon. Okay, well, I mean, well played. You took advantage of
Yeah, and
Mastro being behind you on the clock,
you know,
and
this was actually a pretty big win because we were having some mind games about like which maps to pick and all. So like winning on this map is really good for me.
yeah,
It's
and
also like it's also the first game I win in a tournament against Mastro in because the the last 2 sets we played, he 2-0'd me, so
Oh
there's
wow.
that.
That's a big one actually. Yeah, like overcoming. I don't know if that's like a mental block or anything. I think it's like a bit of an exaggeration to say that, but
It
overcoming
might
like a previous win-loss record.
it might actually be a mental block thing because the last 2 sets we played, I mean, I wouldn't say I was playing terribly, but I wasn't really playing super great. I think it was all the whole like Mastro is very good at preparation and opening thing that was getting in my head, and I think I finally got it out of
Out of your system.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna go to game two. I want to see how the rest of the set plays out.